game. So it's called Game of Life. One of the reasons we have MB on board games. So I've got two words for you that I'm going to elaborate on. The Eco Lab, you're right, is right. Show you. Plasticine. Molecules. Right, I'll give you an example. A ball of plasticine. Right? Through the story that we're told about the high story, this is the high, it's the low. Right? The high story is a story that's been thought up that through our perception of time, when you discover, right, when you remove the cover, one of the covers, and you find out more layers, some of the history changes. That's why we find out new things that have never been discovered before, and it sort of changes the perception, right? Right. So plasticine, a ball of plasticine. In the story we're told that the moon collided with the earth, or the planets collided and little bits sort of got together and made the moon, right? The man, it's a O, the U, it's the uniform of man. But little bits of plasticine, right, that broke off, which are the uniform. They say you're made of stardust, right? Well, it's the little bits that broke off the planets that reflect some of those pinpricks that we call planets. Right, plasticine, and the answers within the code of this place are within the words that we use, because the code that's been jumbled up. This is what Babylon, right? When you babbling on, right? It's Babylon. Alright, so at last, here we go, he's going to get on with it, right? Because there's a communication between the place that you are, which is the technology ball, and the ball of plasticine of man. So it's the female technology, and it's the male uniform collided, this is where we get a lot of the Cybertron, right? Transformers and electricity, right? But this is how communication has been built up over time. My meta powers, if you like, is talking to machines, but it's the technology which is in the air, which is the AI, Romeo. Right? Well, you can do it the other way, because planets is within plasticine, but there's also in the order this works a bit better on an Excel spreadsheet, which is why Excel is excellent for understanding the why, right? The Y is the E, N, There, look, planet, icy, the alternating current, because within one word there's multiple layers of translation. The trans, the elated tron, right? The happy, right? That somebody can see the layers that we can build on communication and work together, and it's not such of a fight between plasticine, the uniform, and the technology that is within, which we call a skeletal structure, the electric nervous systems, and there's different nervous systems, but that carries the electrical current, and the brain. Too much into that. But this is moly, right? My old mucker, right? Moly is that because moly cures the dance. When you're talking about the dance and the walk of life, right? Walk of life. This is another reason why the foxtrot, the dance, the wolf's howling to the moon. There's also a reason why my ex-wife is called Wolf. Because it's written in the code that I would uncover this, and when you read the story, it's like having the book of history and finding some pages, and then going and rewriting, which is why editing, right? This is the thing about, you can call me Eddie, I can call you Al. But yeah, to edit is die cross, die angry, because your path's been changed. The T for tango, which is the go ant. If you remember the go, be the chess master. And what you've got is different lines of technology and reality side by side, because they're all happening at once. It's like if you've got all the pages of a book, they're all happening at once, but you only read one day at a time, one page at a time, and that's why one day, one page. When you turn the page of a book, the angle, right, the page rises from the edge of it, because from the words, from the letters point of view, the light, the highlight is the sun, is the sun. There's so much of it, it's really cool, right? But yeah, Adrian Mole. So seems like I already knew this throughout my life, though there's certain things that block the intelligence and the knowledge, and this is trauma, the uniform operating system, OMAR, right? OMAR, German for grandma, and then you come to Little Red Riding Hood and Grandma with a wolf, right? The wolf head. So there's stories, answers everywhere, and this is a place for you to discover, right? On your journey before you are put back in the ground to be either reused, right, or to the ball, stick you back on the plastic. Yeah, I'm not getting too reused too much. though, what else? Yeah, cure the dance. The walk of life is the left and right. It's, this is why if you change if you are two sides, some people, you know, this is as well what the one, if you have a piece of plasticine, these, some have been split, and that's where V came from, split. And it's separating the male and the female into two different ones, and then splitting again. But if you split the piece of plasticine, for instance, if you have a piece of plasticine and you split it, then what happens is you've got 50%, and then to grow them, we call it food. We call it nourish, ment, make, ENT, make a new ENT, and then grow them again, right? And then take a little bit, and then grow again. Yeah, right. Okay, that's enough for now. Actually, I was only going to do this on plasticine. Stacey's playing. The reason that I don't go into this too much is because the word, right, when look at the word, there's multiple layers that are in my mirror reflection. The same word read by someone else has a different meaning. So the thing to know about this is that I'm here to teach you some of the framework, right? So that you can then use the structure of communication to communicate internally, right? Because what's inside you is inside what you're connected to, made from. The thing that blocks it is the chemical warfare, and this is what chemical warfare is the emotions that block the intelligent pathways, fear, the adrenaline. You don't think as clearly. So when you're talking about sort of between head and heart, it's not actually, because the head and the heart are like one and a half. Really, the heart, the solar plexus, the soul, which is the power, is the balance between the two, right? Between there's a way to find it, because if you just point your fingers and you touch them, extend your arms, and you touch, you'll be at your genitals, right? And then if you go out to the side, there's capacity, and then you go to the top, you'll find that that's actually the part, the Godhead part, whereas this is the human head and the body of the crust, the plasticine. Right, there we go. The important thing is all of the answers, because as I read the layers, there is some templates of translation, right? Though the answers, the names, the places, the information that I see within the layers of numbers, letters, movement, the interaction, right, within here is in relation to my story. It's like words are used in all books. Words and numbers are used in books. They're different books, but it's still words and numbers that are used in all the different books. go tell a different story. So the words and numbers that are used in my story, right, are, for me, they'll be similar, they'll be the same sort of words and numbers used in your story, but they'll have a different meaning. So that's how it can be right and wrong at the same time. That's how it can be the same and different at the same time. Right? Right. But you can learn how to understand the layers and the templates to enhance your intelligence, which then enhances your emotions, because it's the regulation of emotions. And also this has led to then it's part of, right, becoming a stronger, more deeply understood version of yourself, which you have always been. You just haven't uncovered it yet because you're too busy dealing with all of the distractions and emotions. Alright.